Hello. Today's our topic is induction motor. Okay. Basically, what we cover today, that is introduction, classification, construction, principle of operation, torque develop, method of starting, method of speed control, and application. First of all, what is the basic need of an induction motor? An induction motor is just like either a big one or either a small one, as like you see in upper section of this slide. Okay, and basically, what is the difference between a small induction motor and a large induction motor? There is nothing difference. Only difference is the power. The power would only difference in between a big induction motor and a smaller one. Then next is what are the technology behind it, why we choose this induction motor, and why we prefer three phase induction motor. Today we are discussing about only three phase induction motor. Okay, then classifications are induction motor are two types, one is single phase and one is three phase. So three phase induction are two type, one is squirrel cage type and slip ring type. Also induction motor are classified in single phases also, that is lots of single phase induction motor are there. Then our topic is we consider about three phase induction motor. Then according to construction, induction motor are classified in two types, that is squirrel cage induction motor and a slip ring induction motor, depending upon construction. As we know that motor having two part, here also same induction motor have also two part, one is stator side and another is rotor side. In the stator side, the stator are made of steel frame, okay, that should be hollow and cylindrical core, because hollow due to her rotor placement. Okay, and next one is core constructed from stacked lamination because for ED current loss. Here also ED current losses are happening. And next one is having a number of evenly spaced slots. Slots are used for to hold the conductor in a specific area. Okay. Next one is providing the space for the starter winding. Okay. That's why we are using a cylindrical core and a hollow cylinder type starter. Okay, next one is construction R. For a rotor, we are also designing a specific slots and winding, and to hold winding we provide a slots, and and next one is we have a special arrangement in squirrel cage induction motor, that the end rings are sorted, and that is some difference we discuss about here. Let's see, these are the sectional view, that is opening view of induction motor. Okay, this is the rotor side and this is the stator side. This one is fixed and this one is moving as visualized in this image. Okay, this is the fan, and why this construction are this type of, and what are the benefits we discuss here. And next one is, if we quote the a three phase induction motor, we can visualize the starter, rotor, fan. Okay, the starter winding, the rotor conductor. Okay, that is also classified in point out. If I point out this specific region, that is what is the starter, where is the starter, where is the rotor, where is the shaft, I just here point out in all the section, that is this is the rotor, this is the starter. Okay, and this in this side fan is attached, that fan will drive from the shaft power. Okay, and these are the radiator for cooling purposes as like our ear. Okay. And next one is drive end. Drive end means we can collect power from the shaft. Okay. And our input power is from stator side. Okay. And next one is, here is the terminal identification. You can visualize the same motor in a different views. That is, in this section I open this cover, fan cover. Okay. And this motor are visualized that six terminal means we have three winding. No need to supply power to the rotor. And the six terminal for three winding. Okay. We can, we can use as a star connected, we can use also in delta connected. Okay. As our as per our requirement. Okay. Basically these are the delta connected, also in many of the induction motor also providing star connected. Okay. Next one is, it's a special type of induction motor that is called slip ring induction motor or wound rotor. That means the rotor is redesigning. Okay. Redesigning means the rotor having a slip ring. That is, we can identify the slip ring induction motor only by the slip ring. Or else in practically you can also visualize, if you have two type of induction motor, two induction motor are there, that is same watt. One is 1 kilowatt, another is also 1 kilowatt, but one looks like a longer one, and other one is looks like a shorter one. You can arbitrarily say that the longer one is the slip ring type induction motor. Okay. Let's discuss about that principle. That's very interesting. As you know that this is a very cute story, and carrot and donkey. Okay. That means a carrot is what attract that donkey, for which donkey travel. Okay. Okay. Then why this peculiar image are showing to you? That means this technology, this concept is adopting by a scientist that name as Nikola Tesla. Okay. That scientist defining that I made a, okay, I made a magnetic field as in place of a character. Okay. And I am putting a rotor in place of a motor that is denoted as a donkey. Okay. How this perform? This perform is in this figure. That is, to know that technology, to know that carrot and donkey principle, we have to know about our alternating current single phase property. Okay. Our alternating current single phase type source are defined as alternating in nature, means that is alter in nature. Alter means if we supply in this two terminal, that in 10 millisecond the terminal will change in every 10 millisecond. Okay. Mind it, in every 10 millisecond. If we add that time period, that is 10 millisecond plus 10 millisecond is equal to 20 millisecond, you can divide 1 by 20 millisecond, you will get 50 hertz frequency. Okay. That means for our standardization frequency in India. Okay. So what will happen in this figure? If we providing AC supply single phase type, the rod is vibrating. Okay. Vibrating means this rod having a two different force, means in a certain very less time. Okay. That means if this one positive, after some time this one negative, after some time this one positive, after some time this one negative. Okay. So according to Nikola Tesla, the rod will vibrating. Okay. In this direction and in this direction. If we supply DC supply here, the rod will definitely according to our supply, the rod will definitely go in this side or may in this side. Okay, so we conclude that in our alternating AC supply single phase type, the rod will not flow or no rod will not go in a particular direction due to our polarity change. Okay, this technology we can adopt in a three phase induction motor. Okay, here how, here we are using three single phase supply given to a special type of arrangement. Three single phase supply given to a special type of arrangement. Okay, that is three supply means one supply, or here I am using in this figure. Okay, that is a terminal wounded up to inside the pole and here and going to neutral side. Similarly C is here and wounded to here and go to neutral. Okay, similarly B. Clear? Consider about only A, that is blue in color. The current will, the arrow mark will define the magnetic field. Okay, that magnetic field gradually alternating. Clear? As like in this figure. Clear? If you are supplying here AC supply single phase, the magnetic field gradually in this direction, in this direction with the interval of 10 millisecond. Clear? Here also same. Clear? Next one is B. B also same, alternating in nature, gradually changing their polarity, and C also. But we can observe here, that is the magnetic field revolving. Clear? The magnetic resultant magnetic field revolving. That means we get here a rotating magnetic field. Clear? If we get rotating magnetic field, if we place some conductor here, according to Faraday's law of induction, according to Faraday's law of induction principle, if we place a mag conductor here and links that conductor some magnetic field, and EMF will develop. That EMF will produce a torque. That torque trying to move in this direction. Clear? But there is some difference here. There is no need to consider about Faraday's law, because we are using here, there is no connection between this rotor. If we place a rotor here and that is a starter, there is no connection, no electrical connection, that is magnetically connection. Only magnetically connection happen in case of transformer. Clear? Or we can say this is a transformer, means we are providing to primary side, and that primary side magnetic field is linked in secondary side. If we place a rotor here, the rotor will also movement in the direction of rotating magnetic field. Okay, let's compare that rotor. If we place a rotor here, that rotor is donkey. Okay? And that magnetic field is surrounding in starter side, rotating in starter side. That magnetic field is a character. And next one is, if the carrot is so near, but not connected, not so far, that a donkey will eat them. Clear? So if so nearer, the donkey will movement maximum. Okay, that means if we place a rotor so nearer to the starter side, the rotor will rotating very fast, And if we connect that rotor to the pole, okay, to the stator, means if we connect that carrot to the, if we connect or place a certain distance, that the donkey will eat them. Okay, after that donkey will not run. Okay, similarly here, if you rotor and stator, okay, we have to maintain a certain gap. That gap defined as a, here is the rotor and stator, that gap is also is there. Clear? We are designing this, and that gap we should have to maintain and denoted as a neuter slip. Okay, and slip is, here we are discussing, ns is synchronous speed, n or nr is rotor speed. That is the relation between synchronous speed and rotor speed is the slip. Okay, we know that if slip is greater than 1 or 1, okay, the rotor and motor will not, rotor will not rotate. Okay, and here we get that the speed is, which speed? Synchronous speed. The rotating magnetic field is defined as 120 f by p. That is frequency. If we consider frequency as our fixed, that is 50 hertz, and if we increase the pole, the synchronous speed will decrease. Okay, vice versa, if we fix the pole, and practically, if first of all, if we designing a induction motor, pole is fixed. Okay, we cannot change pole in practically manner, or if we buy induction motor, I want to change that pole, that means we need to a special arrangement to change that pole. Okay, and for that reason we are using, that is for our speed variation we are using frequency. Okay, we discuss later. Next is our torque develop, means we know about how induction motor ready to start. And now torque is defined as, and depending upon in this induction motor, three phase induction motor, three factor. That is the main factor, that is rotor current. That means that current is according to flux of rotating magnetic field, the current is linked in the rotor. That rotor current will start to moving, or that rotor current are also responsible for producing torque. And next one is power factor of the rotor circuit. That is the rotor circuit also create a emf, also create a current. That is what is the difference between, or what is the angle between voltage and current of that rotor. Okay, next one is flux. What amount of flux are linkage in that rotor, that is also uh, a factor affecting a torque. Means if we place such a huge distance, that a carrot and a donkey, if I place a very large distance, the donkey will not also travel. Okay, and if I place that carrot in a such a distance, that donkey will always attractive to catch that or to eat that carrot. Okay, so that donkey will travel maximum. So our torque formula is directly proportional to pi I to cos theta. Okay, next one is torque slip characteristic. According to torque, um, we have also considered that we are two type of torque is there. That is, one is starting torque and another is maximum torque. Okay, that maximum torque means, no doubt maximum torque is maximum in induction motor, three phase induction motor, but as compared to slip ring induction motor, it is likely to be less. Okay, that is in the slip and torque characteristics. If slip is 0, the torque starting torque is also a high and also 0, and at a certain time, if sleep maximum, okay, maximum means at a perfect distance, okay, in that time the torque is maximum, okay. That means if we placing, it is the gap between stator, rotating magnetic field, and rotor, okay. If we increase the gap, the torque also decrease, clear. If we closely decrease the gap, the torque is also decrease. If we a certain amount, certain distance, okay, rotor, and place a rotating magnetic field, the torque, maximum torque will develop, okay. I here also we are discussing about relation between full load torque and maximum torque, okay. Here we are calculating that full load torque to maximum torque is 2 into SFL, means sleep in full load and sleep in maximum, clear. Here we are deriving this type of torque analysis, and also if we comparison between starting torque and maximum torque, we can get also this type of expression, okay. What actually we need this type of expression, okay, means we have to ensure that what amount of torque we required. Suppose we are going to a shop, buy induction motor, but we don't know what is the amount of torque in this motor. Suppose I am designing a building, clear. I'm in that building. I want to place a lift. For that lift, I want to buy a induction motor, clear. So I cannot buy a arbitrarily induction motor to my building for that lift, clear. I have to buy a perfect and certain amount of torque in that induction motor, for which we have to calculate that torque, required torque, as compared to our available torque, clear. Or we may get loose after, if we are required a 60 newton newton meter of torque, but we are buying a induction motor that is only 20 newton meter, clear. Again we are facing a problem in shop, clear. What type of problem? That shopkeeper said that no, that is no replacement. Or might be, if we are required 40 newton meter of torque, but we are buying a 600 newton of torque motor, this is also our loss. For that reason we have to calculate that torque value, okay. Next one is starting of three phase induction motor. This is the common question, as like you heard in Three Idiot movie, okay. That question is how induction motor starts, okay. That how induction motor starts, answer is we need a starter, clear. We need a starter for starting an induction motor, clear. So what are the starter are behind that? Here I am placing three starter: direct online starter, auto transform starter, star delta starter, okay. So why we need this type of starter, or why we need a starter for induction motor? Because of we need to minimize the starting current. So why minimizing starting current required for the induction motor? Means the induction motor are delivering maximum current. Then what is the problem? If maximum current happen, what is the problem? Problem is, as we studied, that H equal to I square RT, means heat will maximum as directly proportional to the current. If current will maximum, heat will maximum. Then how current will maximum? Means if resistance decreases, the current will maximum. Now, why resistance decreases? If area increases, then why area increases? Because of our need. Clear? Suppose I need to lift a uh, pull a lift, okay, which capacity is 15 percent. Okay, we cannot put a induction motor or three-phase induction motor in that place that is 1 watt. We have to ensure that likely or approximately 5 kilowatt. Clear? Let's say example, so that we have to select a induction motor having a resistance very low due to area is maximum. We need a big induction motor. That's why we cannot compromise in area, we cannot compromise in power. Clear? That's why we suffer that our resistance is low. That's why we suffer that our current is maximum, but we have to run that motor without burning. That's why we need a starter. So fast starter is direct online starter. Yeah, direct online starter is the normal starter. That is, the RYB supply is given to the three-phase induction motor starter. We have a certain arrangement that we have to open that over lead over current. Clear? We don't want to burn that induction motor from over voltage. Clear? For that reason, we reference this E and A point and our control circuit arrangement. Clear? If there is some difference in E and A supply voltage, okay, the overload is activated and this terminal disconnected that total supply. Means this supply will not pass in three-phase induction motor starter. Okay. Next one is auto transformer starter. This is the very simple. As like a single phase transformer, uh, single phase auto transformer. Here also we are using three phase auto transformer. Okay, we can vary the voltage as well as current here. Clear? According to value of voltage, the current will also minimize. Clear? We supply to the induction motor by tapping the winding. Okay. Next one is the star delta. It is the very peculiar starter and very interesting. We cannot any such a arrangement that is as like our auto transformer starter. We don't need to any uh, electrical apparatus like a transformer or a motor. We are just placing and interconnection exchange of connector. For that reason, we can get a voltage root 3 times down from the original supply. Means we just connect that supply in a such a arrangement that means in starting time we are connected in star connection, and in running time we are connection that supplied to a delta connection by a simple switch. Clear? For that reason we get that the uh, supply to the induction motor is root 3 times decrease in star connection. Okay, after 70 to 80% achieve that full load speed, we can switch on to the delta connection so that our motor will run smoothly. Okay, next one is the rotor resistance starter. For rotor resistance starter, this type of starter is used in slip ring induction motor. Clear? Or wound rotor type. Here is the very simple in construction, that is a starter side and this is the rotor side. For that squirrel cage induction motor, we don't need to any type of connection in the rotor side, but here we are connection is provided on rotor side by adding some variable resistance. This is a very simple in construction and very basically principle based on transformer. That is, If this is a transformer concept, as I told before, here is the primary winding and here is the secondary winding. We know that transformer having different voltage and different current in primary and secondary also, but power is same. Okay, also frequency is same. Also, consider what power is same. If power is same, voltage and current is same here, and here also voltage and current is same. According to transformation ratio, if we increase the secondary side current, we can decreasing in primary side current. If we increase in secondary side current, we can we can decrease primary side current. This is the inversely proportional. For that reason, we have to increase the secondary side current. We need to decrease the primary current. That's why we are placing here resistance. If we placing resistance, the current is increasing in secondary side. That's why in primary side current will decrease, and our supply to the starter is minimized. Means current will minimize and our starter is protected. Clear? Okay. Next one is speed control. Speed control is very interesting. Okay. Every system having a control action, just like a just like your bike, you need a brake. Just like your cooking, you need a control action, because you need a certain amount of cook according to the heat. That's why here also we need a speed control. That speed control are classified in several type. Also, speed control of induction motor are frequently developing and frequently research and developing a very new concept in current future, and also lots of researchers are working in this field. Okay, that is a very popular known as VF method, that is variable frequency method. Clear? And next one is speed control by changing the power supply. Okay, a speed control by changing the number of poles, speed control by changing the rheostat connected with the starter terminal in case of slippery induction motor. Okay, in the past two case, that is a speed control by changing the supply voltage and pole. This is the usually normal. Okay, we can vary the voltage, we can vary the speed, and we can increasing the pole, we can decreasing the speed, and we can decreasing the pole, we can increasing the speed of induction motor. And VF method is variable frequency. We can also vary the frequency for our speed control, that is directly proportional to the speed. Okay, next one is comparison of squirrel cage induction motor and slip ring induction motor. As we know that squirrel cage induction motor are very rough and condition. That that means we don't need any type of big maintenance for a squirrel cage type induction motor, and the construction is very easy and very simple. Okay. Next one is we can also use in explosive area, means in outside also. Okay. And application are lathe machine, compressor, centrifugal pump. Not lathe machine in your college. Uh, this lathe machine are in industry, that is in three phase condition. Okay, three phase connection. And next one is agricultural, and where cost is most important factor, means the cost means cost is a little bit less running cost. Clear? And as compared to slip ring induction motor, and basically use for low starting torque or low torque. Okay. And next one is slip ring induction motor. This is quietly complicated in connection, because three slip ring are providing in this rotor. Clear? And for that reason we need to a special arrangement, that is a cross connection. Okay, and also cannot use at explosive area, means we cannot use in outside, or if we place that outside we have to ensure that that is terminal should be enclosed. Okay. And maintenance cost is as compared to squirrel cage induction motor is very high. And starter require a compulsory starter required is very compulsory, and sometimes it requires two type of starters, means also we are practically in field, we also provide a dual starter in starter side, also we are providing a slip ring starter in rotor side in the industry purpose. Okay. And application is every action having a opposite reaction, that means every action, a good action having a best reaction. And reaction is its starting torque is very high and torque is quietly very high. That's why we are using crane, industrial crane, hoist lift, and where high starting torque is required we can use. And next is braking. This is the researching way that induction motor can be used in regenerating braking, means as like just like a Tesla car. You heard a Elon Musk company, and regenerative braking are used in that car. That means when we brake our vehicle, that means in traffic, when we brake, that induction motor also providing power, and that power is going to battery and battery will recharge. Okay. This also happen in this can be also done by induction motor. And next one is braking by plugging. It is the very peculiar thing. Plugging is the, if we want to rotating that induction motor in a reverse direction, simply we can use that one terminal is fixed, another two terminal transpose, that means swap. Clear? If we swap another two terminal, the induction motor going to reverse that direction. That reverse direction we calculate as a braking. Okay. And next one is a dynamic braking. Dynamic braking is commonly braking. Hmm. Dynamic means rotationally braking. We can control a induction motor speed. We are providing another induction motor in a reverse direction. Okay. This is very expensive, and also we are providing in locomotive area. Okay. Where three-phase induction motor are working, but in our India, we are still we are using DC series motor in locomotive. Okay, that's all. Thank you.